This is Randi Thompson coming to you live with Trudy Adams on Miss Melody, and we're working on the feeling of how she should feel on circles, which means Trudy's goal is to keep her weight over her inside leg.
I can feel it. I probably wasn't before the lunge line, but I'm feeling it.
Good. So what I did is I put her on a lunge line. First we did like a 20-meter circle and then slowly brought it into a spiral type of thing so that Trudy could feel where she's not staying connected with her inside seat bone over her inside leg. And of course we added the outside, for the horse training part, we added the feeling of the outside rein and leg so she could make sure that Melody was staying connected. It's a lot. This is a horse that Trudy has raised and bred herself. And Melody was a hot, nervous horse, so she's really calmed down now. You might see a little bit more of it in the canter, but it took us years to get her to relax. That's it. It's made your position a lot more centered, isn't it? Keep checking. Are you over your inside foot? To do that, you might have to bring your inside seat bone forward, and then once you're there, you can play with balancing her more with your outside rein and leg. Good. Adjust your seat first. Make sure your seat bone is over your inside leg. Then you adjust your rein so you can give her a place to balance herself. Good. Take your time. It's a lot to think about, isn't it?
Yeah, and I really thought that she had this better than Annie, and I realized Annie has it better than she does.
Good, good. So what she said was that Melody isn't as connected as she thought she was after we've done that exercise, because the exercise, when you put the rider on the lunge line and do the circles, positions the horse in the front correctly so they're on the inside hind, and most riders aren't aware of that feeling until they feel it on a lunge line. Good. You're riding the center of her body different now, aren't you?
I'm trying to keep that inside hip forward.
Good. Oh, it's a work. It takes a lot of focus, doesn't it? Okay, now start doing shallow serpentines from quarter line to quarter line. So now you're going to add the straight line in between what you're doing. Good. Step into your new leg. And by stepping into it, she's just making sure that her right seat bone is over her right leg, which stabilizes the riding position. Really changes the way you're using your inside seat bone, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Good. Take your time, because you'll notice that you're figuring out new ways to use your position at the same time she is. So before, can you feel that before when you were doing circles, you might have been dropping your seat bone behind your lower leg?
Yeah, I did.
Which is true with any rider. Most riders. Yes, that's why your leg was slipping back, because you weren't anchored into it. So the best way to stay with a solid lower leg is to make sure your seat is solid on top of your lower leg, and then your lower leg will be anchored. Good. Now you can start adding 10-meter circles to that. That's it. Now feel where your weight wants to go. You can feel it. It's almost like your body wanted to shift to the right, to the outside, didn't it? Good. Take your time. That's it. Shorten your outside rein and see if she'll pick up her back as she does this. So soften her jaw first, then soften her poll. That's it. And then she'll give you her back. Yeah, I know. It's enough just to keep your seat bone over that leg, isn't it? And we've done this exercise before, but what you'll find is you're learning how to improve your riding position is you keep going back to the same basics at different times, and then you come out with a stronger foundation. I call it stretching your imagination sideways. We're always working on improving the basics. So it's been easily a year since I've done this exercise with Trudy. Good! Your lower leg's a lot more solid now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the leg that tells the horse where you want it to turn. You let them, you step into that stirrup just enough to where your seat bone is over your leg. So what do you feel different about how you're using your seat bone now?
Yeah, you can much more effectively.
much more effectively. How's it making a difference with her?
I think it's helping her with the turn.
Yes, because now she can follow your seat and legs different, can't she? Good, Trudy. So if you feel that right leg sliding back, what's really happening?
Is I don't have my weight over that inside.
That's right. She doesn't have her weight into that iron or stirrup. Good. All right, take a walk break.
I didn't bring her any cookies.
Oh, she didn't bring her any cookies.
I just tell her she's a good girl.
Good girl. So what did that exercise teach you? Because we haven't done it for a while. I think it's been at least a year since we've done that.
Well, I know I seem to have more trouble with that right leg slipping back, and with this thought of keeping the weight over, my hip over, in the right position, kept my leg from slipping back.
Right.
So it kept it in the right place.
Yes.
And it did. It felt like it was easier for her to turn and follow me when I stayed in that inside hip a little bit forward.
It's got you riding from your it has you riding from your seat and legs more.
Yeah.
And that was good. Good girl, Melody. All right, take her for a walk break.
She's like, where's my cookie?
Well.